Okay, we're gonna do a quick one on tariffs, and not because there's not a lot to say. It's because there's gonna be so much more to say after this. Um, but our angle is the same angle that we've been on since the beginning. Ahmed has the receipts, sir.
Peep the
Sh
receipts from
show
the.
him the receipts.
I even have an article from straight up. I could pull up an article from November that also said he's going to overreach and it'll backfire. But here's one from week one,
Right there.
right from the beginning of the presidency. Like the overreach was going to backfire and revitalize his opposition and create legal roadblocks and reminding
Okay.
Americans why they voted him out.
Okay, so
See,
but here's the thing about this one. It's the incompetence. Okay. And again, people, and this is since the first Trump term, they're like, he's a genius. He's outmaneuvering us. He's so good at politics. He's a fucking idiot. Okay. And the second Trump term, he got rid of all the smart people. He learned his lesson because the smart people hold him back. So now it's just layers of idiocy. Okay. And the tariffs are the biggest sign of that today. It's the biggest
yes.
sign, but it's been happening.
Yes, and I think, Trump, again, I've said it before, he's the most brilliant fool on earth. He has specific the areas of genius, like being able to like read people's vulnerabilities and prey on them like a fiend. That's his main talent and exploiting flaws. But this man has he can't learn. So like he has an idea of tariffs in the 80s that they work,
Yeah.
cannot be convinced otherwise.
Yeah.
And he is now attacking the global economy, the global markets. Since inauguration, we have Frank Luntz here, the famous focus group GOP guy, and we've got world markets since Trump's inauguration tanking. We've got he is getting manufacturing workers fired today. This is from
This
today,
is from
April
today,
3rd.
right?
After the
900
new
workers.
blanket, the new 10% tariffs on everything, tariffing, you know, countries that don't even have populations. He's going buck wild on these tariffs and it's backfiring in real ways. And because everyone around him just wants to feed his ego and won't tell him how dumb this is, he is marching us towards a really dark economic place. And again, it's done incompetently. He's not giving any guidance. And it's just another
Yeah.
piece of the broader puzzle that this is not a well-oiled, intelligent machine marching towards authoritarianism. They have authoritarian ambitions, but their biggest hindrance to that is their own incompetence and idiotic mistakes.
Yeah, I mean you mentioned it just now, the list of tariffs of tariff countries, and he's got these islands listed with no inhabitants on them.
Yeah,
And it's like it's on the big board. I think it's on the board he was holding up. But there's no people that live there. They don't produce any goods. There's what do they say? It's a bunch of penguins.
yeah. It's like penguins in one of them. There's like it's
It's the dumbest shit ever, and it just shows like people. There's all these signs like we can beat them. Okay, we can totally beat them. But the other thing that I want to say too is this thing about like so this Stellantis thing. Trump wins in 2024 partially because of how much support he's got from business. And every time I hear about the markets, every time I hear about tariffs, I just think about all of these intelligent idiots in corporate America who did not listen to what he said he was going to do,
exactly,
who
exactly.
didn't look at Project 2025 and believe that this would harm their country. They're so self-serving. Their views are so myopic. They're in these little bubbles and they only care about themselves. And this is like capitalism run amok, where if everyone only cares about their own corporation and then their own bonuses and their own salaries, then everyone is just destroying together the thing that we all built. And that's what's happening. They're like again self-owned. Like they have completely kicked themselves in the ass by backing this lunatic who's destroying their businesses.
He said he was going to do this. He said, I'm going to do 10% blanket tariffs. I read it in Agenda 47.
Yeah.
It's laid out in his own agenda. He said he was going to do all of this. He said he was going to do reciprocal tariffs. And again, it's this thing with these business leaders and a lot of his supporters. I was posting about this the other day. They think they can have Trump a la carte. They
Right.
think they can
Yeah.
take specific, they think, oh, I can take Trump's tax cuts, but I don't have to take the xenophobia. Or I can take his, I could take this part of his policy, but I can ignore the authoritarianism. It's like, no, dog, you
No.
get all of Donald when you voted him in. And because
Right.
you didn't listen to us and what he explicitly said, you may get your tax cuts, you might get them, but on the way there, you might get a Great Depression and you might have to raise your prices.
Yeah.
All right? Like
Yeah.
you might go out of business in the process. You're gonna get your tax cut, but for
Yeah.
what? He's decimating small businesses. He's being he's doing everything we warned. And
Yeah.
I think again, there's a reason why all of this electoral backlash is happening is because he could have came in, just coasted off Biden's improving economy, relaxed,
Hmm.
and he would have been at 60% approval rating.
He would have.
Probably.
Yeah.
Instead,
He
he
could have
did,
taken away a bunch of people's rights.
yeah,
He could have quietly kicked a bunch of people out of the country. He could have done a bunch of like slick shit that
which
is
is what I thought they were
terrible.
going to do, which is what they were indicating they were going to do. But
Right.
then, like
Instead, they're idiots. And
the second I
so
saw him picking the cabinet, that was when I wrote the first
that's when you're like,
backfiring piece in November.
he's
I
a
was like,
true idiot.
he's going to overreach. He's the same man he was, but worse. I think the assassination attempt survival cooked something in him and
I
emboldened him
think
in a
so.
way where now look at the signal gate.
Yeah. So like I mean this is like I just wanted to there's like these like stories that I've I've been like everyone understood Signalgate. There's like what is this 20 group chats for crises around the world. They actively use Signal.
Yeah.
This is a story from today. They actively use Signal to communicate with each other. And they're still doing it. This is a part of their structure of their fucking team that
Yeah.
they're using Signal. So it's not just about like no public record, which is also it's against the law. But there's this is not secure. Their cell phones aren't secure. They're using the same devices they had when they were regular ass people, and now they're using it. And of course, any large government worth their stuff. And this is like our adversaries and our allies together. I've got a thing on your phone watching your keystrokes. I'm
Yeah.
taking some active screenshots of your phone. Like everyone knows what these people are doing. Everybody across the world knows. Russia knows. China knows. They know. They know what they're doing. The other one
Yeah.
is this one right here. This
Like,
one,
and
the
yeah.
the social security numbers. When he when he unredacted
Yeah.
the JFK
Yeah.
files,
It's
400 social security numbers, date of birth, full name, address, and this is his lawyer, dude, right here. This is Trump's lawyer. Okay, they're so stupid that they're
I don't know if any human being has been more vindicated in modern history than Hillary Clinton. Like
oh
when you
man,
look at, they did not give a damn about protecting classified material. They didn't care. Look at this. And the thing is, what's hilarious about all of this is that the reason why everyone understands this is because these people spent years educating the public on the importance of protecting classified information when they
right?
were going at Hillary Clinton. And now they're doing breaches that are so significantly worse
Yeah,
than anything they accuse her of that the whole country immediately, we're talking 75, 76% saying Signalgate was very serious. And it's
yeah.
like, oh, you can't get 75% of the country to agree on anything. You can't get them to agree on Santa Claus existence. Like
Right, right,
this,
right.
so like again, engineering their own downfalls, the hypocrisy, the incompetence, it's all snowballing here between Signalgate and the tariffs and the Doge stupidity that they're all going to try to roll back now and be more methodical. But again, like
It
if you're going
doesn't
to be more,
matter.
if it doesn't matter, it's done. If you're going to try to be more methodical in these firings, meanwhile you're being significantly less methodical while you're tanking the global economy. These people are cooked, man. I don't see how they come
So
back from this politically.
no, no, and they so much of this, it's interesting because I think so much of government is run by the mentality around law and the lawyer mentality about evidence. There's a lot, in more modern terms, data driving things.
Mm.
The thing that we've lost focus on and understanding of, like we talk about these norms, we start to talk about norms and how norms are the things that run government, or run relationships between us and other governments. It's really trust.
Yeah.
It's really trust that is run so much of this. It's not data. It's not the law. Norms is about trust. It's about this. When people say social contract, it's like trust in each other. It's our
Yes.
trust in our government. It's government's trust in each other that they're going to say something and then do the thing that they say that they're going to do, or they're going to behave in a way that um, has all of our interests, our best interests at heart, or the world's best interests at heart, that wants to keep people alive and keep them healthy. And the trust is broken. The policy almost doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if he pulls everything back. If Trump pulled every single thing back that he did, and I mean fly people back from El Salvador, okay?
Yeah.
If he does that, it will not make people trust him more because
Because
he's
the
already
trust.
proven to be completely erratic and untrustworthy.
Exactly. He's broken the social contract. He's broken all of these deals we have with our allies. He's broken the trust between the American people and their government. And the thing is, hopefully, what we have to hope is that, they're not broken, they're not totally distrustful of the entirety of the US government and hopefully pin it on Trump. The thing is, what he's doing, he's owning so much of this that it's going to
Mm,
be easy for Democrats to come in and run on restoring and reforming government to make it better again because he's actually the one really breaking it. So, he that's a good point though, bringing about trust. It's not just like norms itself. It's about like your faith that the government's not going to throw you under
yeah,
the bus when they have the earliest chance. And these people are out here operating with such delusional abandon for reality that it's you can't trust them to do anything. They're sitting here lying to our faces. There's a split screen where one of the Trump officials is talking about how grateful she is for Trump's leadership and how this is going to be so great for the economy while the Dow is tanking
it's all
1,400
red.
points right next to
It's
her
all super
face
red, red
on Fox News.
arrows.
Yeah, just red arrows pointing down. And it was like we're watching Idiocracy or the movie Don't Look Up. It's like you're
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah.
you're saying there's not a comment heading our way while it's literally
It's right
next to
there.
you. And it's like that is something that I don't think this party can recover from. And
Yeah,
because they're holding all the cards, and we have moments like with Cory Booker and the way Democrats are positioning themselves, Democrats aren't going to own this. It's a
no,
Republican government
yeah,
that's getting this distrust, just like the Bush admin did. And I
yeah.
think we're positioning ourselves for hopefully, I hope 2028 is like 2008, but we'll see.
Okay, I'm gonna end with this part because you reminded me of this thing, and I want to put it in video so I got the receipts. Okay, this is a clip for later. I think we push back and we went out. Okay, when it comes time for cleanup of all this shit, we're gonna see this massive renaissance. We're gonna see a return to service. We're gonna
Hmm.
see people, the best and the brightest. They're not gonna go work for the banks. They're not gonna go work for
Hmm.
the tech industry. They're going to go work for the federal government, and we're going to see
Yep.
the trust. The only way for it to get rebuilt is going to be slowly over time, and it's not going to be on one person. It's going to be in a lot of people, an entire generation that says, you know, fuck earning as much money as I want to earn, fuck having the biggest house and car and all that shit. Like, I want to repair the social contract, and I want to build my country up, and I want to take care of the world. And the way I do that is I go work for the federal government. And it sounds so weird to say that right now, but that's it, man. The future, look, the best jobs in the world, okay, and not because they're going to pay the highest salaries, but because it's where like the good people work, is going to be the federal government. And you and I, get ready, get your resume ready, man, because we're
No,
gonna,
man, I honestly can see that. I've been thinking about that too. Like the restoration project that it's
yeah,
going to take after this is going to be
yes,
where the next administration is going to be recruiting the best. It's going to be like anti-Doge. It's going to be like mirror universe Doge, where it's
that's
like
right,
you have like all these titans of industry, brilliant people, people from nonprofits, scientists coming back into government to
yeah.
rebuild what was broken and
What's it going to be called?
rebuild that trust. What's this going to be called?
Yeah.
Um, Avengers. I don't know.
Yes. That's right. Way to go, man. That's exactly right. The Avengers. Ben, it's gonna be called the Avengers. She doesn't like
Yeah,
it.
just straight up. Why not? Like straight
It's gonna
up.
be
Like,
called the
I mean,
Avengers.
I'm sure Disney won't sue the government for copyright, but just do it.
No, because they'll want to fix everything too. Actually, they'll like it. It'll be cool. It'll be, cool again. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. More on tariffs for sure as we slowly watch all of our retirements whittle into zero. And what are we
Jesus.
gonna do now, man? I think we got We're gonna gold. We're gonna start mining gold.
Gold, yes. Mine some gold.
Yeah. Find oil.
Find oil. We go do some personal fracking, find some fracking areas ourselves,
Yeah. Self. Yeah.
hoard some buckets of oil for ourselves, and
Yeah. That's good. This is a good plan. This is good. Oh man. Okay. We're in deep shit. All right.
okay.